Please sit down.
My Lord, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates and diplomats, those who have donated prizes and will be presenting them, and fellow directors, the principal, the deputy principal, the college staff, students, and other guests. May I, as chairman of Norland College, on behalf of the directors and the principal, welcome you all very warmly to this Norland Diploma graduation ceremony. As in previous years, we thought it appropriate on this day of celebration of success, on the completion of the 4-year Norland course, that we should show you that our education provision is not confined only to early years, and to ask our choir to sing at this award ceremony. The Norland Choir was formed in 2009 and is drawn from all our students. It sings at college events and many outside events throughout the year. They are led by choir master David Sibley and accompanied by Phil Ridges on the piano. On your behalf, I would like to thank them all for their excellent performance. I'm absolutely delighted that you are here today to celebrate the success and achievements of the students, mainly from Set 38, who are to receive their Norland badge and diploma following 3 years of successful academic study, graduating last year, followed by a 12-month post as a newly qualified nanny with a family. They become fully qualified Norlanders today, and it is an important landmark in their career and confirms their attainment of the high quality expected of Norlanders. We will also be awarding special prizes for outstanding achievement. I thank all those who are donating them and those who are presenting them. Ladies and gentlemen, I not only welcome you today, but I also invite you to celebrate with me the achievements of those who are here to receive awards and honours, to offer them our warmest congratulations and to applaud them all. I've now a very great pleasure in introducing to you our principal, Dr. Janet Rhodes.
So NQN, soon to be, in a very few moments, Norlanders, directors and trustees, staff, students, former principals, award sponsors, friends, families, and all the lovely little special guests that we have here joining us today. So a very warm welcome from me to you all as well, and of course especially to Set 38 and others from other sets that we have here graduating today. This is a very special day for you as it marks your formal inauguration as a Norland nanny. You are now part of a rich heritage and a 127-year-old legacy. From today, you can proudly wear the title of Norlander, and you will continue your Norland journey and carry on the tradition of great service and dedication to the children in your charge and, of course, their families. Today, you'll all receive the Norland Diploma and the coveted Norland badge. This badge signifies that you have fulfilled the highest standards expected of a Norland nanny throughout your degree, your diploma, and all of those placements, and you have achieved a level of excellence entitling you to this world-renowned honour. Your achievement is of particular significance as you were all especially chosen from a record number of applicants. You may recall that you were the set who applied soon after a documentary appeared on television about Norland. This led to the highest number of applications that we've had in Norland's history, so therefore the highest number of rejections. So you really are the creme de la creme. It's a special day for me too, because you were the first set who were in their final year when I first started as principal of Norland. So I was glad to at least spend a year with you. But most of all, I hope that today will be one of your most memorable as you now embark on the start of your professional career as a Norland nanny. You have all worked so hard to achieve this, and you should rightly congratulate yourself on such a magnificent achievement. Mandy and I have often commented what a feisty, funny and committed set you all were, and that you have been wonderful brand ambassadors for Norland. And as ambassadors for Norland, I know that you will continue to strive to be the very best, wear your badge with immense pride and uphold Norland's prestigious reputation. So before we present you with your certificates and the coveted Norland badge, where you will formally move from being an NQN and hold that title of Norlander, we are going to show you the new promotional video titled We Are Norland. This video proudly highlights key elements of the unique and enriching programme that Norland provides, which has helped to ensure that you and all that will follow have the knowledge and skills needed to be the very best nannies in the world. I hope it will provide you with a lovely opportunity to look back on your own experiences of Norland and reflect on the journey you have taken to be here today. After we have finished watching the video, Norland's Vice Principal, Mandy Donaldson, and Mr. Martin Clark, Chair of the Board, will present you all with your much-awaited diploma and badge. But first, please have a look at our new video, We Are Norland.
To summarise Norland in a few words, it would definitely be a journey of an awful lot of progression, and one that is quite incredible.
The reason I came to Norland is the unique training we get here. Coming out of school, I took quite a few years out, unsure of what I wanted to do. And then when I looked into Norland, the so many opportunities that we get made it my only choice, really.
My degree is called Early Years Development and Learning, and it's a 3-year degree unique to Norland College. It's a combination of practical sessions and experience with children. We have lecturers with a vast amount of knowledge and experience, and the course is based on the latest cutting-edge research, so Norland is at the forefront of early years education.
I find Norland to be a very inclusive place. Everyone's very accepting of the fact that me and the other boys, that we're all kind of going against the trend, so that all staff are very supportive.
Norland is very inclusive, especially now we're at this new building. They're welcoming in different groups and everything, giving the community the chance to come and see what we do here at Norland and be part of it.
It's been really nice to move to the new building, especially as we've now got our own food and nutrition block. This is a really nice open space to practice your cooking and food and nutrition skills with your friends.
We each work in pairs in our own individual little kitchen. All that's fully equipped with brand new equipment, and we work from our Norland recipe book to create the recipes in the Norland cookbook.
We have a sewing room that's nice and big, and you can sort of showcase your work. Before I came to Norland, sewing a button on was very difficult for me. But as much as it's challenged me, I can look back now and realise quite how much I've enjoyed it and how much I've learned.
I find the lecturers all really supportive. They'll give you one-to-one help, and they'll also help you at the end of the lectures if you're confused about what you've just learned.
You can talk to them about pastoral care, about any educational problems that you have, any money problems that you have. You can turn to anybody at Norland and you know that you'll be safe in their hands.
The course is very theoretical. For example, in the lectures, we learn about early brain development, neuroscience, and emotion coaching.
My experience at Norland's been really rewarding. I've got to go on holiday jobs so far that I wouldn't have been able to do if I hadn't been at Norland. I've gained skills that I wouldn't have gained at other places, like the practical ones, and also just being a Norland nanny is it's one of a kind. So.
There's lots of things that we do with Norland and our training that makes us unique. We do skip hand training that's really teaching us how to have control of the car in conditions that are not ideal. What feels like an incredibly fast speed, and then suddenly asked to stop, and you can just feel the car lose control underneath you. And it's all about remaining in control of the car, remaining calm, but also being able to be safe on the roads. In addition to that, we've done self-defense training. It kind of teaches you more about the basics of personal security and how you would care for a child, but also be in a position to defend yourself should anything happen.
I've learned so much at Norland, both in the degree and the diploma. You get to learn the theory, but also put that into practice, and you're supported to put that into practice with children.
There are lots of ways we put theory into practice. For example, placements, one of which is nurseries. We do singing or reading books in the reading corner. Simple things like doing puzzles, where we do Play-Doh or we play with the Legos. This helps with their sensory skills and their cognitive development.
We do a Norland Diploma activity day where we put into practice the activities that we've learned in our diploma sessions, and we physically do them with each other so that we can experience the learning that children will get from those activities, so that the next time we do that activity we can make it even better and they can get more learning out of it.
If you're interested in coming to Norland, then I'd definitely say go for it, as it's an experience that you won't get anywhere else.
There are lots of students here who haven't gone down the traditional A-level route. Norland is really inclusive in that respect, as it looks at your experience and your love of childcare. And if you have that love of childcare, then you'll be absolutely fine.
The childcare workforce really is looking for men, and they want men that are positive role models and that can show that commitment and that care. And once you've demonstrated that you can do that, the world's your oyster, and that's all you need.
Norland prepares us for the future in so many ways.
The placements give me the opportunity to apply my theoretical learning.
Even down to the wearing of the uniform and being able to abide by rules prepares us, alongside giving us the knowledge to go on and to be the best we possibly can.
It's been more than a university experience, and I will treasure these years for the rest of my life.
The 1 week that really sums it up for me is, in 1 week here, I was writing a dissertation, designing my own nursery, whilst sewing a cake and gutting and preparing a whole fish in food and nutrition. I don't think there's anywhere else that you would do that in a week. We are Norland.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present the following candidates for the Norland Diploma. Francesca Bachelet. Lucy Baldwin. Poppy Balgani. Rosanna Bell. Hannah Boyle. Daisy Bullen. Fenella Burns. Jessica Carter. Freya Casto. Bethany Charles. Ailish Conduit. Catherine Curran. Sophie Devison. Charlotte Dillaway. Eloise Dixon. Olivia Finley. Philippa Fitzherbert. Alice French. Emma Gibbons. Amy Gosling. Catherine Goulding. Ellen Gross. Laura Harding. Laura Harrington. Maisie Hayward. Evangeline Hicks. Imogen Hood. Jemima Hosking. Amelia Jeffrey. Emma Kilmister Bland. Nicola Light. Eleanor Mack. Lorna Marshall. Olivia MacArthur. Emily McGaughey. Georgina Melson. Charlotte Mitson. Molly Newnham. Victoria Palmer. Abigail Purdy. Isabel Ray. Olivia Robinson. Olivia Round. Anna Sherman. Eleanor Sherman. Harriet Spalding. Charlotte Stedman. Rosanna Trembath. Scarlett Ward. Georgina Watson. Harriet Willett. Rebecca Witt. Megan Wood. And Rebecca Woodward. Please join me once again congratulating our new Norlanders.
Well done, everyone. So we can now come to the keynote address. and I'm absolutely delighted to introduce our guest speaker for today's address, the title of which is My Life as a Norlander. Last year, we initiated this addition to the ceremony, and it is fast becoming a very special and poignant edition. We're going to hear about one Norlander's journey and how being a Norlander opened up a whole world of opportunities. We decided to include a talk from a Norlander at all our diploma ceremonies to help illustrate the wealth of experiences that being a Norlander provides. Perhaps one day it will be you standing here telling us of your adventures and the enriching life that you have led because you wear the Norland badge. So today's diploma address is of particular significance as it comes from a former principal of Norland, Mrs. Thurza Ashleford. Thurza was the first Norlander to become a principal, and I'm sure won't be the last. And I hope everyone will forgive me for not being one myself. But Thurza was part of Set 59, but I won't actually tell you what year that was because I'm sure she won't appreciate me mentioning that. So Thurza's journey as a Norlander will inspire you and take you to paths perhaps that you might never have imagined. Perhaps it would lead you to become a significant pioneer of excellent early years practice, just like Emily Ward, and, as we will hear, like Thurza herself, when she talks about how she brought the Forest School practice to this country. But I'll leave Thurza to tell her own story. So I am now very honoured to present Mrs. Thurza Ashleford to tell us all about her life as a Norlander.
When Janet asked me if I would speak today about my life and career as a Norlander, I did do some calculations. And I realised that I have been a Norlander for 45 years. It was a bit of a shock, but they have been very full and exciting years. But as I've only got 10 minutes, they keep telling me to tell you, I'll crack on. So where did it all start? We will go back to 1971. I was 17 and about to leave school, and I had a big decision to make, what to do with my life. That didn't actually take too long. Working with children was the career for me, and there was obviously only one place I was going to go, Norland. But I was only 17 and too young to start, so I spent 6 formative months working as an au pair in Sweden before presenting myself at Denford Park in Hungerford in September 1972. In those days, Norland had its own on-site nursery schools and, of course, the residential nurseries, so we were immersed in children from day one. Having children on-site 24 hours a day meant that we cooked, cleaned and cared for those children. It was hard work, but we had a huge amount of fun and we learned so much. I will say most of it from the children. Of course, we had our lectures as well, and after 18 months in college, we spent 3 months in a hospital placement working in maternity and paediatric wards. And then, much like you, we were let loose on the world to take up our probationary posts, which was the equivalent of your NQN year. Most of our first jobs were in London and all were living in. I worked for a lovely family in Fulham, and I still keep in touch with my little charge and her dad, except that now, of course, she's not so little and has children of her own. And as her dad told me when she had her first little boy, I'm a granny nanny. I will just give you a word of advice here. If your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner or parents offer to give you a lift to your interview and your prospective employers ask how you got there, don't tell them your lift is waiting outside. I made that mistake and was made to bring my boyfriend in to be met and vetted by the family. Luckily, on that occasion, he was very well behaved and I got the job. But honestly, it's not worth the risk. Once I had completed my probationary post, like you, I received my badge and diploma. But unlike you, mine came through the post. We didn't have diploma days back then. So there I was, like you, a fully qualified Norlander. What was I going to do now? To be absolutely honest with you, I never saw myself continuing in the private sector working as a nanny. I had enjoyed working with my family, but I was very much drawn to the public sector, and so began my career proper. My first job was with Southwark Social Services in London, working as a nursery officer at the Aylesbury Day Nursery, just behind the Elephant and Castle. I loved it. It was a 60-place nursery underneath the high-rise flats of the Aylesbury estate, with children from very diverse backgrounds and cultures. Again, I learned a huge amount from the children as well as all the staff, all of whom were far more experienced than I was. But after a short while at the Aylesbury, my boyfriend and I decided to move to Somerset, where we got married and have lived ever since. Again, I worked in the public sector, this time for Somerset Social Services, first at Taunton Day Nursery, and then as Deputy Officer in Charge at the Friern Family Centre in Bridgwater. Following the birth of our second son, I decided to stay at home for a while, but continue to work with children, which of course is a great thing about being a Norlander. So I worked as a childminder. My husband also registered as a childminder, so that in the school holidays, he swapped working as a teacher with 11 to 16-year-olds for life with an increasing number of under fives. We certainly had a house full, but it also meant that our own children always had a friend to play with. During this time, I became very involved with the National Childminding Association and began to write some of their publications for them, including a series of leaflets on craft ideas and a short booklet on minding children with special needs, a subject in which I was very interested. It was no great surprise then that when the opportunity arose to work in a school for children with severe learning difficulties, I was straight in there and spent several happy years extending my knowledge and experience of children with a wide variety of abilities. Now, I wonder how many of you are thinking of opening your own nursery? One or two? It was a long-held wish of mine, but it always proved just out of reach until I saw an advertisement for a nursery manager to set up and run the first workplace nursery for Somerset County Council. Now you're talking. I could set up a nursery with someone else's money. I was given the job, a room in a primary school, and a budget, and complete free rein. I had the time of my life. All my Norland training and experience, all the experience I'd collected over the previous years was put to work, and we soon had a busy and thriving nursery. By this time, I had spent nearly 20 years working with children, and I began to feel that perhaps I could share some of this knowledge and experience on a wider level. This was the point at which I moved into further education as a lecturer in early years at Bridgwater College. After a year, I was promoted to senior lecturer and leader of the early years section. When I left the college in 2004, I was a senior manager and head of business and professional studies, which was a very diverse role, including travel and tourism, counselling, accountancy, all sorts of things, but still maintaining the early years section. One of the achievements during my time at Bridgwater College, which I'm most proud, is, as Janet said, Forest School. I expect most of you will have come across a Forest School by now, and you will have seen the powerful impact it can have on children. My early years colleagues and I were the first to bring this movement to this country, after we'd been on a residential visit to Denmark with students. It was here that we saw preschool children playing in the woods and forests all day, all weathers, with complete freedom, organising their own activities and developing confidence and independence. We brought the idea back to Somerset, found a wood, developed our own curriculum, and started to take our nursery children out. We worked on the philosophy of no such thing as bad weather, just wrong clothes, and watched with amazement as our preschoolers blossomed in their outdoor classroom. From there, I wrote the first training courses and we developed our outreach programme. You will now find forest schools and forest school leaders all over the country. Forest School have become a major part of my life. Throughout my career, I had continued with my studies as well as my early years experience. I had completed the Advanced Diploma in Children's Care and Education, a postgraduate certificate in early years, the Further and Adult Education Teaching Certificate, and a master's degree in Educational Management. So what next? Well, what next proved to be an advertisement in the Times Educational Supplement for a new principal for Norland College. I just had to, didn't I, really? So there I was, September the 1st, 2005, back at Norland, 33 years after first joining the college, but this time as principal. Working in that role was a huge honour, as well as a massive responsibility, not just to the directors, staff and students, but to all the Norlanders who had trained there since 1892. Keeping up the quality of the training and education, maintaining the Norland ethos, but bringing it firmly into the 21st century was, I think, the most exciting challenge of my career. So my career came full circle. Yours is just beginning. Where will you be in 20, 30, 40 years' time? Is there another Norland principal over there? Wherever your career takes you, you will carry the Norland ethos close to your heart. Today, you received a small but very beautiful badge. The badge has at its heart the Speedwell flower. In the language of flowers, the Speedwell stands for faithfulness and loyalty. Around the edge of the badge is the motto of the college, "Love never faileth," taken, of course, from St. Paul's first letter to the Corinthians. To me, those words have always meant respect never faileth. That is what I have held my entire career, from those early days in Hungerford and throughout my life with children of all ages and abilities. Norlanders respect children because they are children. We earn a child's respect by giving them our respect freely and unconditionally, by being non-judgmental, considerate, loyal and honest in our dealings with all ages. That is the Norland way. When I was being interviewed for the post of principal, I was talking passionately about Forest School and how much the whole philosophy of child-centred outdoor learning and play meant to me, when I was asked by one of the directors how I could possibly consider leaving that behind. My answer was that if you believe in your heart about something, you will never leave it behind. It is a part of you, and you will take it with you wherever you go. For me, of course, that is true, not just of Forest School, but of the whole Norland ethos. I wish you the very best of luck in your careers, and my sincere congratulations on achieving your diplomas. You have the most incredible and exciting lives ahead of you. Wear your badges with pride, continue with your studies, follow your hearts, and above all, have fun.
Oh, Thursday, thank you so much. I think you all agree that that was wonderful. I love the comments you made about the badges and what it stood for. And again, the comments you made about what you love, you carry always with you. And we hope you will always carry Norland with you too. And remember to come back to the Norland Agency to get your next job. So, thank you again, Thursday, for that. And I know that you have inspired and enthused our Norlanders today. So now we turn to the next part of our programme, which is the Special Diploma Awards. Now, many of these prizes have a long tradition, and we're delighted to be able to present them to Norlanders, and also by some of the sponsors here of those awards. So these are presented for particular Norlanders who have excelled in particular areas. We do hope it will be a lovely surprise for some of you. So, let us begin. The first prize we are awarding today is the Olivia Cowling Memorial Prize. Now, this is a prize awarded in memory of Olivia from set 27, and it is kindly donated by her parents. It is presented to an NQN who has demonstrated the qualities of care, compassion, and consideration to their fellow students. The prize is decided upon by the lecturing team, and I would like to invite Peter Cowling to come up and present this award whilst I share numerous comments about the recipient that were offered by staff, which explain why she should receive the award. The winner of the award was a student engagement representative, and she really took to the role. Not only was she influential in improving provision for students in college, she made sure that their voice was heard. Whenever she was asked to do something, she greeted this with enthusiasm. She had a brilliant sense of humour, and her sense of fun was always apparent. She was often the first to volunteer for extracurricular activities, even when under pressure from her own workload. More than once, staff heard stories about how students had been comforted by talking to this winner. As well as being mindful of her peers' well-being, she also took time to ask after staff, and always with a warm smile. I'm very happy to announce that the winner of the Olivia Cowling Award is Hannah Boyle. Well done. The next prize is the Beverly Jane McDermott Award, and this is awarded in memory of Beverly from set 91. It's kindly donated by her parents and is presented to an NQN who, in terms of their placement ability, have demonstrated that they are an excellent practitioner. An assessment is made by the NQN team based on NQN reports received from employers. And I would like to invite Peter McDermott to come up and present this award whilst I outline why the winner has been chosen. The recipient of the award has proved to be an excellent Norland nanny. The placement team described the way in which she always went above and beyond in her practice, always providing a safe, calm and nurturing environment. The NQN family testify to this and comment, she was always looking for ways to develop my child's self-reliance. She ensured that she had a varied and healthy diet. That is the child, not the nanny, but hopefully the nanny too, and encouraged her to try new foods. She had a lovely manner and clearly adored my child. She worked collaboratively and was so proactive. She was reliable, communicative and thoughtful, but also pragmatic and creative. We loved reading about what they got up to each day. We were very lucky to have her as part of our family. It has been wonderful to see our child thrive under her care, and we're thrilled that she will be staying on with us. I'm delighted to announce that the winner of the Beverly Jane McDermott Award is Imogen Hood. Well done. The next prize is the Hollandsclough Cup and is presented to the NQN who has shown the greatest ability in transferring theory into practice with willingness and enthusiasm. Someone who's conducted themselves professionally and who has nurtured and supported those in their care. The motto is Cure Credit Fatu, which I hope or Credit Fatu, not very good at Latin as you can probably hear, which means destiny yields to care. The cup is kindly donated by Lord and Lady of Hollandsclough, and I would like to invite Lady of Hollandsclough to come up and present the award while I share the reasons why the recipient has been chosen. This year, the award goes to an NQN who, from day one of her NQN year, demonstrated the highest qualities expected of a Norlander, and she ensured that she translated theory into practice. The placement team have spoken of how she created a caring, nurturing environment for her charge and took great pride in every aspect of her work, achieving outstanding results for every assessment criteria. Her family have described how she was always thinking of new and exciting things to do with her charges, but was particularly good at helping the children to really thrive under her care. Here are some further comments. She had a wonderful, nurturing and caring relationship, which was so comforting to see. Our children have come on in leaps and bounds, and all the credit goes to her. We are so grateful for her love and energy, and we couldn't be happier. We are very lucky indeed that we had her as our nanny. I am pleased to announce that the winner of the Hollingscliffe Cup is Rebecca Witt. Well done. So our next prize is the Sandra Saw Award. This is awarded in memory of Sandra Saw from Set 16 and is kindly donated by one of her employers, the Hazel family. The award is given to an NQN who displays the qualities that mirror Sandra's high standards and demonstrates the attributes that were held by Sandra, such as reliability, adaptability and excellence, and who puts all that Norland teaches into practice. I would like to invite Thurza Ashford to come and present this award, whilst I outline why the winner of this award will be receiving it. The award will go to an NQN who throughout her NQN year demonstrated exceedingly high standards and professionalism across her work. Her employers have reported that our children adore her. There is a brilliant relationship and she has given the children tons of encouragement and organised many different activities, taking the initiative to plan appropriate activities to the children's interests and ages. She is meticulous and organises everything. She's a brilliant cook and helped our children to become healthy, adventurous eaters. She made beautiful and useful learning journals and scrapbooks with photographs and artwork of both of the children. My husband and I feel that we would not have had a better nanny. She is caring, loves our children and an excellent communicator. I trust her implicitly. We feel very lucky, like all the other families, to have had her as our nanny and in our lives. And also the NQN team have testified to the recipient's outstanding practice and her professionalism, her attention to detail and her excellent relationships with the children. So I'm honoured to announce that the winner of this year's Sandra Saw Award goes to Jessica Carter. Well done. So the next of our prizes is the Tamber Volunteer Award, and this award is for a Norlander who has offered their time to families in crisis on a voluntary basis. And I'd like to call upon Judy Linney, who's the President of Tamber, to tell us more about this award and to announce the winner of 2019's Tamber Volunteer of the Year.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. It is such a pleasure to be here today to present this volunteer award on behalf of Tamber, the Twins and Multiple Births Association. This will be presented to a truly deserving Norlander who has been an amazing and incredible volunteer. Norland has been supporting families with twins, triplets and quads that are facing really tough times through Tamber's innovative and highly regarded Helping Hands program. This unique service was launched by the charity in 2014 and involves kind, caring and supportive qualified Norlanders going into people's homes and helping families in real crisis and distress. This could be as a result of a serious illness in the family, a bereavement, or a physical or mental health need. Since 2014, Norland volunteers have given almost 3,000 hours of help to families who are desperate in need by providing support and practical care, and all this in their spare time. But the support didn't stop there. Norlanders have not only been giving their time, but also raising vital funds, which relies on the service to be continued. This enables us to continue to support families at a time of desperate need. In August last year, Emily Hamilton from set number 31 swam the English Channel in relay with 2 teammates in 14 hours. Megan Fern from set number 7 completed the 3 Peaks Challenge in under 24 hours, exceeding her goal. Emily and Megan, along with other Norlanders, have raised over £4,000 for Helping Hands last year, to which the charity is incredibly grateful, and I'm sure the families are too. TAMBA's aim is to maintain the Helping Hands programme. We would therefore be very grateful if you could help us by giving a small donation in the envelope provided on your chair. Thank you. Now back to this year's TAMBA Volunteer Award, which I can hand on heart say was truly difficult to choose, because every year all the volunteers give a major service to these families. This year it goes to a Norlander who has made a huge difference to the 9 families she has supported with her caring nature, can-do attitude and full commitment. By supporting our families in need since her graduation in 2016, she has offered her time to, amongst others, a family who needed an extra pair of hands while a parent was undergoing treatment for cancer, a family where mum was struggling with postnatal depression and needed reassurance and gentle guidance, and a family with triplets, one of whom had a serious illness. One family said on receiving her support and help, "She was fantastic, so friendly, personable, and made me feel at ease. She is clearly very talented and knowledgeable and gave us real, valuable, relevant advice. And above all, she made me realize how I'm feeling and the worries I have are very common being a new mum and having multiples. She is caring, passionate, and dedicated." Wow, I'm sure you'll all agree it's a real tribute and a wonderful praise for a good Norlander. So not only has this Norlander supported these families with 50 hours of help, she has also completed the British 10K, raising £660 for Helping Hands. She offers advice and support within our TAMBA Special Needs Support Group. And even though she is now living in New York, she continues to support Helping Hand families with phone support in her free time. It therefore gives me immense pleasure to give this TAMBA Volunteer Award to Joanna Bennett, who was in set 36. And as you heard, she is in New York and Jo cannot be with us, and she is really sorry and has just rung up us before she came. And I'm very proud to say that collecting the TAMBA Award on Jo's behalf is her mum, Jill Bennett. So please welcome Jill Bennett. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much. So we now come to the final part of the special awards. These awards are the NQN Awards of Excellence, and they're a relatively new addition to the Norland Diploma ceremony. They were first presented last year, and they're becoming a firm part of the diploma ceremony. They're presented in recognition of those NQNs who have shown particular excellence or innovation in their practice throughout their NQN year. The awards are chosen by the NQN team, who draw on the reports, visits and other feedback that they receive about the NQNs during the course of their placement. The awards will be presented by Elspeth Pittman, the NQN manager, who is herself a Norlander. The awards are therefore being given from one Norlander to another. This year, there are 6 NQNs who have stood out and who have been identified as having a notable year of excellence. I am so pleased to announce that the recipients of the NQN Award of Excellence are, firstly, Daisy Bullen. The next recipient is Freya Casto. And the next, Olivia Findlay. And the next, Laura Harding. And the next, Emma Kilmister-Bland. Yes, don't forget the money prize. And finally, Victoria Palmer. So congratulations to all the winners. But please do remember that really all of you are here, are special and are winners today. You really are. You all now carry the special title of Norlander, as we have said. And I know you'll go out into the world having now signed the new Code of Professional Responsibilities and uphold the worldwide premier reputation of Norland. I know that you'll carry on implementing the long-standing value of love never faileth and strength in adversity as you go on to the new adventures in your lives. But please don't forget that Norland is here for you. And we hope that you'll continue to share with us the enriching and joyful life as a Norland nanny, and as Thursday said, perhaps be up here one day yourselves telling us about it. So I'd now like to call upon Olivia Findlay, the head of Set 38, to give a little overview and perspective of the time at Norland.
Hello everyone. It's so nice to see so many of us now Norlanders here along with our families and friends and staff and representatives of Norland. Thank you all for being here today. Without a doubt, this last year and a half has been one of the most challenging, exciting, yet incredibly rewarding years that we've faced. And I feel I speak on behalf of us all when I say we've all grown and learned so much about ourselves, both professionally and personally. Whilst I know there have been some outstanding experiences, it hasn't been easy, and to have come this far, we have all achieved so much. Since starting our Norland experience, we have cared for some amazing children, with whom we will have memories that we will cherish forever. Norland has given us the platform to build upon, providing us opportunities for us to consistently develop to be the best practitioners that we can be. So many of us have continued working with our NQM families, and seeing our charges grow in every way brings constant joy. My charges have taken me on some of the best adventures and have helped me learn so much about myself. We all have very special roles to play, and our charges are always keeping us entertained and on our toes. As with any family, no 2 days are the same. I'd just like to take this opportunity now to say a few thank yous. Firstly, to our friends and our families for being here today and their continual encouragement throughout our Norland journey. The staff at Norland College for helping us through our degree and our diploma, our placements, and consistently developing our knowledge and experiences. The support team at college who were always there to help, and the NQN team who have guided us through our job selection and application and experiences to get us to this point today. And also our NQN placement families, who have supported us through all of our appraisals and all of our feedback and provided the opportunity we needed. But most importantly, I think we should thank each other as peers and as friends. Norland nannies share so much and have become a unique community. I see it almost every day. We are helping each other about queries with our jobs and giving advice and encouragement. And I think it's something very special and something I don't think will change. We've shared our Norland experience together and we've made friends for life. Friends that I wouldn't have been able to do this without. And now we can celebrate together because we've done it. We're finally qualified Norlanders. Well done, girls.
So we're nearly drawing to a close, but before that, I'd like to call upon our current head of students and deputy head of students, Anna Buchanan-Van Dorn and Helen Ward, to give a special vote of thanks and to present some flowers to the lovely sponsors of our awards.
Hello, it's wonderful to see you all here today. So my first thanks, once again, as Martin Clark said at the beginning, is to the choir. So I'm a proud member of the choir and have been for my 3 years. And I know those of you who were in choir knows how much hard work goes into putting songs together for massive events such as this. So once again, thank you to Phil for accompanying us and to David, our new choir master this year. I would also like to say thank you to our other guests, Mr. and Mrs. Peter Cowling, Mr. and Mrs. Peter McDermott, Lord and Lady of Hollingscliffe, Mrs. Judy Linley, and Mrs. Thursday Ashleford. Myself and Helen and all current students would like to offer our congratulations to those who graduated today, and especially to those who received special awards. And of course, we'd also like to thank our sponsors. So thank you so much.
Lovely, thank you. So just before we close the ceremony, which our chair of the board will do, I would just like to call upon the choir who will be singing their second and final song for us, Keep You in Peace. This piece was inspired by a Celtic blessing, and it's a fitting part of our ceremony as you now go on to embark on your own new journey. And I'm sure all the little ones here will be glad to know that we're nearly at the end. So please, I'd like to ask the choir to come up and sing their final song. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're now near the end of the ceremony, and I have some administration for you. The stage party and the Norlanders will process out first. The Norlanders will be making their way to the Assembly Room garden for a formal photograph. And I invite members of the audience to join the Norlanders, either in the garden for your informal photographs, in which case you use the two fire exits on your right-hand side. Then you turn right and right again. Alternatively, if you do not wish to go to the garden, you can leave by the door used by the Norlanders, which was at the end, on your left-hand side, and proceed to the Octagon Room, where you can meet the Norlanders later. There will also be a professional photographer on hand in the tea room to take photographs of family groups and so on. And I leave you with some final thoughts. Throughout Norland's 127-year history, the college has sought to provide education and training to broaden our understanding of young children and to cultivate outstanding practitioners. Young children have no better champion than a Norlander. Today, we hope you leave here with a deep appreciation of your time at Norland and a strong commitment to put your knowledge and training to good use as you embark on your next stage of your Norland journey as a practitioner. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming to celebrate with our new Norlanders. Before we close today's ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to say again, on behalf of the college, my deepest congratulations to both the Norlanders and the family and friends who have helped them arrive at this moment. I thank you.